Hello and welcome to the channel. Today I'm back creating a mixed media project for Craftangles, and I was inspired by the current theme challenge, which is masculine, in a way to just use some cogs and gears as well as this rusty color palette. In my mind, I decided to alter these pieces and create something oxidized resembling the aspects of our brain, of our life, wherein we have both the shadows, which we often refer to as our dark side, as well as the light, and how usually we all find our way to our lights through the dark. That was what I had in mind. Now here I am using some MDF elements, different size cogs, gears, bulb, um, resin molded elements where I've used Finnabair molds, the stars as well as the cogs, and a Zuri mold for this bug here. So I've just collected these elements which I think would perfectly represent my idea today. And my very first step is to just start gluing all of these elements together and creating my composition. So here I'm using a heavy body gel medium to adhere my pieces together. So I just begin by gluing down the smaller gear overlapping onto the bigger gear and then building the rest of the elements that I have picked here for my composition. I play around with all of these elements, and only when I'm happy with my final composition is when I will begin gluing them down, again using the same gel, because this gel really helps adhere all of these pieces together, and I will be assured that nothing will fall apart. So I just focus on building my composition cluster by cluster, keeping in mind that my bug is my focal element, and I layer the different sized gears as well as the stars around this focal. Also use some extra chipboard pieces to mount everything wherever the spacing is uneven. I also use some of these die cut numbers that I got from an all and create die just to add some more interest onto the background. With all my elements down in place now, I would also like to add some art stones. So I'm using Craftangles regular as well as micro art stones with their acrylic soft gloss gel. And I just use a paintbrush, apply the gel, pick some art stones and drop them wherever. Again, working around my existing composition clusters, just adding a little more detail and element and bringing everything together with these stones. With that done, I just set this aside overnight to dry naturally so that all the glue, the gel medium dries well and none of my elements are going to pop out later. With everything dry now, I can begin prepping and priming and bringing it all to an even surface. So for that, I'm just going to use the Craftangles charcoal gesso, and I do need to give about 2 or 3 coats here so that I have a nice rich uniform black background to begin coloring it. So in between my layers, I make sure to dry the gesso, and I also go in with a smaller paintbrush so I can cover all the tiny spaces in between all these elements with the gesso. Now once that's dry, I can begin with my colors. So for this, I'm using the Craftangles Rust set, and I've chosen the dark brown here, and I'm going to be mixing it with a little bit of the black gesso to get a darker shade of the brown. I here also have some Dina Wakley paints which I will just mix to intensify my orange. So first, beginning with the darker shade, I am going to use a worn out brush for this and randomly start adding my darker tone, focusing more on the outer edges as well as shadows wherever two elements overlap, just creating more depth and bringing in my darker color. I do make sure to leave black spaces here and there because I would be adding my other color later. And once I'm happy with the darker shade, I just quickly dry it. Now for my light, I use the orange from this set and just add a little bit of tangerine, cheddar and a little bit of the red from my acrylic paints to create a brighter orange, which would help me with my oxidized look. So once I have a perfect color, I use a smaller flat brush and randomly start adding the color, focusing more on the topmost layers of my composition where I would like to have the light, and as I add the color, I make sure to mist it well with water and get it all flowy. This helps me achieve that natural oxidized look that I'm aiming for this project. As I dry it, I also add a little bit of the darker brown to blend the two colors together, and there you can see how beautifully the colors merge together, creating that oxidized look. In the same way, I just complete adding my lighter color through the entire piece, focusing on where I'd like to have the highlights. Now once I'm happy with that, time to highlight my texture further, and for this I'm using the Craftangles Penny Copper Art Wax and a dry brush and going over all the details of my elements here, highlighting the cogs, the stars, the bug and everything, basically just highlighting all the fine details. This brings in the light that I was looking for in this project. Now, once that's done and dry, I go in with the iridescent gold Craftangles art wax to further enhance the lights, and I focus more on the center near my focal elements and gently rub the wax with my fingers to add highlights here and there randomly, creating the effect of light emerging from the dark. So with that done, that's a look at my complete piece. All I need is a sentiment for which I will be using Tim Holtz Ideology sticker, mounting it in the middle of my bug with some foam tape. I'm quite happy with the result that I've achieved with this whole oxidized look. And I do hope that you've enjoyed today's tutorial. Do hit the thumbs up and leave your comments because it always encourages and motivates us to keep creating. Until the next time, take care and bye bye.